So it's like Kobe, right? You know Kobe watched Mike growing up.
For sure.
I even speak in English. I don't know. Maybe I'm speaking a guy's guy.
The wristband on his elbow.
Now, Mike, in Kobe's prime, Mike couldn't hold Kobe.
No.
But that's because he came before him and he done with it.
Right.
I'm not saying if I was in 1992 with Cube might be able to, go crazy.
Right.
But right now, like, nah, it's not a rapper on the West that's better than me.
Now, immediately after this clip was released, fans told Game fuck out of here, and they all started spamming Kendrick Lamar's name. Because of course, when you think about Compton, right now, a lot of people just think about Kendrick. Obviously, you have Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, but as far as the active rapper right now that's really holding it down for Compton, it's Kendrick. The fans spammed up Kendrick Lamar's name on every clip, so much so that it got the Game pissed off. The man said enough is enough. Let me finally address this. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I read this caption 1,000 times just to make sure I was actually seeing what I was reading. The Game is finally calling out Kendrick Lamar, you guys. He said, fans got a lot to say about who I can and can't out-rap, but the niggas y'all defending is quiet. Yikes. This man really wants Kendrick to respond to him. He really wants to go bar for bar with him. Now, there's so many things going through my head. First of all, why would you call him out after you claimed fans were reaching for saying that you were dissing him on your album? Second of all, why would you send him your album beforehand if you wanted smoke with him all along?
Connection to the source. We are all connected to the source. We are, and who made the project is in our group chat every day.
Yes.
Telling us what's going on. Telling us what happened.
Tell us behind the scenes.
So I'm trying to let you kill the narrative before it jumps out there that he's did.
So this is a situation where, listen, you guys can see what it says in, within the caption and whatnot. I'm gonna go up here with it. Why's my thing acting weird? Anyway, nigga says fans got a lot to say about who I can't out rap, but the niggas y'all defending is quiet. EMNT out on all streaming platforms now. So listen, the Game is a student of 50 Cent, and I be forgetting that 50. Listen, the Game's one of the few niggas that went to war with 50 back in 50's prime. You know what I mean? And he's still here today for the most part. But like I said before, the Game's the kind of artist that really kind of need you to kind of like give him the record already kind of done, and he kind of add his verse to it. Because really, for the most part, that first album, The Documentary, 50 always makes it a point to let y'all know that, a lot of those records were his records, but he gave them to the Game, and the Game put his verses on those records, like How We Do.
Well, that's what I said.
Actually had.
Like I'm saying, like How We Do, Hate It or Love It, and I thought it was something else, right? But anywho, but you get the overall point. In hip hop, and again, this is the same thing that kept Nas from elevating, was the fact that people had such a low expectation of Nas that we didn't realize that's what it was. We kind of accepted whatever Nas wanted to give you, kind of accepted it. You didn't really feel like, well, it's Nas, so it has to be amazing. If Nas had something that was dope, you just enjoyed it and you was happy with it. You know what I mean? You didn't think too much about it. You was happy to get a Nas record because we still like how Nas rap. But a lot of things Nas say, even like the hook Today Shooting. When I was young, I felt like you a slave to a page in my rhyme book is not good. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not really good. You know what I mean? In terms of like that being a fly rhyme. Like they shooting made you look, you a slave to a page in my rhyme book. Nah. Even in 2003, it's like that's kind of a slave to a page in my rhyme book. That's not fly. That's not fly. That's a Nas rhyme. And like Kendrick does those same kind of things where, again, it works for you, it's fine. But this is why Nas was never really a hit maker. It's why Nas wasn't really the kind of nigga that could get a whole team. Like Jay, off of his star power and doing features and all that, really got the whole label lit. Because Jay was on all their albums. He was on 2 or 3 tracks on every one album. And I mean, and it was also the centerpiece of the album. Whether it was Young Guns or Freeway or Kanye, they all got verses from Jay. A lot of them got 2. I think the Kanye had all not All Falls Down. I think Never Let You Down. But anywho, but we've adjusted the rules where y'all basically saying that Kendrick don't gotta speak for himself, and I think that shit, that shit sound good burning. Hold on, y'all. Anyway, so sorry about that. Trials and tribulations. But yeah, man. So I'm gonna put a little more of this drum real quick.
They heard it before it even came out and all that type of shit. They didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, I didn't. Well, look, I wasn't gonna tell them that. I know that was.
Well, you gotta diffuse it. We gotta put the fire out.
All right. Well, if that's the case, they sent it to Dot and Top and all them. Before they even dropped the project. But I felt like that was confidential. I didn't need to say that on fire.
Gotta put the fire out.
Did you not get a response back from him? Did he not give you a good feedback on your album? Now, it gets even more interesting, you guys. A fan commented and told Game, yo, you gotta holla at Kendrick first. Game responded back to the guy and deleted this. He said, I don't gotta holla at nobody I influenced. Now, is this delusion on...
Someone saying that the Game gotta holler at Kendrick for anything is fucking crazy. Y'all niggas are out of y'all mind. I mostly made this shit because of the light skin disrespect, and just for the light skin disrespect, the Game gotta make a whole mixtape diss this nigga. Cause for the most part, yo, Kendrick done got dissed by several niggas after this whole thing, and has not been how can I say required to respond, right? And really, this has been really a weird era. And I'm glad that it's pretty much over, and for the most part, people are starting to kind of come back to their fucking senses and really grade this nigga on, how can I say, really grade him in a more, how can I say, I don't want to say an unbiased, what can I say, in a more objective way. Because for the most part, you may not realize it, but artists condition you to have certain expectations of them. So for me, Good Kid, Mad City condition me as a listener to meet him more than halfway with anything he does, because I'm like, all right, well, it's a concept, it's supposed to mean something, which is cool. It's kind of antiquated in a way, because at the end of the day, music, if you have noticed, has become better and better sounding. Certain things don't sound good, or if you want to give me the concept, the record still got to be jamming. The beat still got to be banging. You know what I'm saying? But yo, talking to the Game this way, given his history, given his pedigree, it's just fucking wild. And y'all really have taken this dick riding shit way too far. So to the point where you're disrespecting niggas that actually like really get busy, niggas that actually like respond to beef and will actually go back and forth with niggas. Like battling is the Game's thing. And I think that the Game also just saw a good opportunity, man. And listen, another thing too is that like, yo, that's what I mean also by black men do not understand the concept of being masculine. This is hip hop. This is based off of masculine energy. If someone asks you, yo, what's up with you, this rapper over here, competition wise, you're not supposed to kiss his ass, especially given his stature. What's he supposed to say? And also, Kendrick is not like that. That's again a part of his story that you want to believe. I really had someone in my comment section, or someone on Threads tell me that Kendrick, you came up battle rapping and never lost a battle. That is not written nowhere. That is not recorded. No, you have no proof of that shit. Nigga, I am battle rap. Nigga, I live battle rap. I've been battling since 2014, for fun, you feel me? I've been in the culture, I've been watching battle rap. No, that's not a thing. That's never come up. Also, Kendrick don't do interviews, so it ain't but so many interviews you can pull from where he would be saying this shit. That's some bullshit. Drake is one of the most battle-tested niggas in this era, because Drake actually respond to niggas and actually go at niggas. Despite the stature. And listen, if that's not hip-hop, I don't know what it is. Yo, when you are winning like that, you don't gotta get no diss records. You don't gotta get no beefs. You don't gotta get no battles for what? He do this shit for the sport. But being a hater is just a part of black culture, yo. Cause we just hate on each other. I've been hearing this story with that when Mook told a story about when Drake was gonna battle him. Rather than give him the props for having a heart to want to get up there with a murder Mook, knowing that, yo, Mook probably gonna beat me. But he that confident in himself, and he loved the culture that much that, yo, he want to get in there with you. He was willing to get in the ring with you. Heart matters, bro. And what you see in the Game show y'all is like, nah, nigga, I'm not bowing down to this nigga. And don't get me wrong, it's something different if someone actually is your superior, it's your boss, your father, someone who's in charge, whatever. But when it comes to this shit right here where it's about competition, how y'all get to a point where you don't understand a man wanting to compete. Which also shows me that y'all are not using y'all brains when it comes to this whole thing. And y'all have not been using y'all brains when it comes to Kendrick in general. Y'all have gotten too caught up in his fantasy and the whole idea of him. And listen, some artists have a whole mystique and character. His character is poor righteous teacher. This pretty much this whole idea of because I'm not, I have such an underwhelming presence, I must be a good guy because I don't really say too much on camera. I must be a real good guy. You know what I'm saying? Because I show up how I show up in the world. I must be a good guy. But anyway, I just want to talk about that real quick. I think you niggas is gay. The ones in the comment section, and I don't mean gay as like homosexual. I mean gay as in you. I don't know, nigga. You get it.
For what? Who is this nigga? That's how I feel listening to this, man. Like,
subscribe to the channel, man.
I want to respect